1051.
So we can all get down with the party. Hey, 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 Mr. DJ. Hey, Mr. DJ. You can get this started. Everybody's ready to party. All night, all night. All the girls are ready. So we can all get...
Let's start this. You ready? Okay. It's Power 1051, home of the Breakfast Club. AG Martinez and that hip-hop. And on the main man, EmEz. It's another installment of the Sunday sit-down. And this afternoon, I have the very talented Renee Neufville.
Thank you.
Across from me.
Hi.
And she's from Zhané.
Yes.
Did I say that correctly?
Yes, you
Yes.
did.
A legendary, iconic group back in the day.
Thank you.
How you been?
I've been great. Great. Happy.
Yes.
Yes.
She handed me a flyer with her new single, Watch Me.
Watching me, yes.
Yes, and you said it's what number on the Billboard already?
Well, it's number 1 on the charts, Urban AC, number 12.
Nice.
Number 12. I produced this single. I don't know if you want to set it up, but I'll tell you. I produced the single a little while back, and decided last year, to put something out because it's been a long time. A lot of people that have been missing that sound.
Mm-hmm.
Have been complaining to me like, we miss it. So I said, you know what? Let me try and write another one of those feel-good records.
Dope.
Because I've written Hey Mr. DJ, Groove Things.
Oh, we know the catalog. We know the catalog. Absolutely. So what have you been up to since we've heard you last?
Okay. Around 2002, I met a man by the name of Roy Hargrove.
Mm-hmm.
Roy Hargrove is one of jazz's giants. I was producing at the time, and I wanted to get a song to D'Angelo.
Mm.
However,
Okay.
I didn't know D'Angelo that well.
Okay.
So I said, let me try to get to Roy, to get to D'Angelo. And
Six degrees of separation. Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
And so I did that, but when Roy heard the music that I was creating, he said, oh no, you're going to join my outfit. He was on Verve Music, and he had an album called Hard Group, which had Erykah Badu on it, Michelle Ndegecello, Anthony Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm going to open up this budget. I'm putting you in the studio. We're going to record, and you're going to play in my band. I'm like, I don't do jazz.
So how'd that work?
I was scared. I was scared to death. I'm a musician.
Obviously.
But I had never performed in jazz. I was scared to death.
So what was it like that first time actually performing?
Whoa. All I can remember is being in Tampa, and we were playing a jazz festival, and I was very, very nervous. So I went downstairs in the hotel lobby. They had a piano.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, let me practice this
So you
set.
played the piano to calm your nerves?
Well, I played the piano to practice.
Okay, it was practice. Okay.
Because we had the gig.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be as prepared as possible. So in between sound check, I was down in the lobby and I was practicing. And this elderly man, he sat right by my right hand side, and he said to me, young lady, you sound really good. And I said, thank you. And he said to me, who are you here with? And I said, I'm here with Roy Hargrove. And he said, Roy, that's a bad boy. He said, very good, very good. What's your name? And I said, I'm Renee Neufville. And he said, nice to meet you, young lady. I'm Bo Diddley. Now, Bo Diddley is a jazz great. He's a legend.
Nice.
And so once I knew I was sitting beside greatness, I said to him, Mr. Diddley, now that I'm here with you, what should I, give me a pointer, let me know what I can do when I'm in a situation like tonight and I'm not really sure as to how I can fit in musically. He said to me, young lady, he says, when in doubt, you sit out. So I use that mantra in life. So I don't get nervous anymore.
So how did that help you?
Well, if I'm in doubt, I sit out.
So you didn't perform?
I did perform.
So how'd you sit out?
Okay, sitting out, in musical terms, sitting out means, let's say you have 5 musicians on stage, okay? And there's a thing called comping, where, they could be trading. Like, if you're playing bass and I'm a guitarist, I'm not really supposed to be playing on top of you, playing, like, clashing. It's just like harmony.
Yeah.
It's just like democracy, knowing how to work well with each other. And so sitting out in music is saying, well, I'm not going to step on your toe. I'm going to let you shine a little bit, and when it's my turn, we trade. And I thought that was a very good way of being. I learned a lot through touring in jazz with Roy, because, you know, it's all musicianship. It's a lot of living in the moment and taking a lot of chances, trusting, and knowing when to sit out.
Got you. All right. I just wanted to clear that up. You cleared it up. I got you. I understand now. Now, after being away from, well, I don't want to say you were away from music for so long.
Away from R&B.
R&B for so long. The magic that you did create.
Yes.
How did that process come about? And are you doing the same things now that you did back then to create the? Because I want to know if it's the same work that goes into it.
That's a very, very great question. The first singles that were written when I was very young.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so life was simpler, and songs came freely. I was an anonymous face. She and I weren't known by anyone. We were just students. So when you talk about magic, it was really, we were just living free. Hey Mr. DJ, I wrote in 30 minutes.
Really?
30 minutes. And then Sending My Love, I wrote on a bus on my way home from school, because I had a long distance relationship with my boyfriend at the time.
How old were you?
I was 21 when I wrote Sending My Love.
On the bus writing a platinum selling.
On my way home from school,
That's
from college,
crazy.
from Temple University. Yeah.
Next time I'm on the bus and I see a girl writing, I'm going to ask her to write me into a song.
I'm telling you, it's like, you know, the inspiration just comes. It was coming from all directions at that time. And then stepping away and then going into jazz. What that allowed for me to do is to really understand the mechanics behind production and music. So when I came back to write Watching Me, what I did was I said, well, I want to create this vibe, but I don't want to use a sample. I don't really have to use a sample because I'm informed every night with these musicians on stage, so I can probably create a new sample.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's what I did with Watching Me. So it was a more thought out process than the first time. You know, I winged it the first time, but this time I really put some more love into it.
You know what you're doing this time.
Yeah.
Got you. It's the Sunday Sit Down. It's your main man, EmEz. Renee Neufville is in the building. Now, can we discuss the breakup?
Yeah.
How did that, because I think she takes a lot of credit for it.
Well, you know, it's cool because, you know, she decided back then that she wanted to pursue a solo career. So we were like in the middle of our third album at the time. And I was the first to know, and she called me up. She said, Renee, you know, this is kind of what I want to do. And I said, all right, well, if you want to do this, then we'll handle it, and we'll do it nice and quietly. And that's what we did.
And you were completely cool with it.
Yeah.
Yo, fam,
Absolutely.
this is why I don't go into groups. There's no way we gonna stop the money, fam.
No. The thing about it is, you know, and I kind of applaud her for having the courage to do it, especially at that time. Because I remember asking her, I said, listen, if you're going to do this, you know the fans are not going to be happy. That was the only question I had for her. I said,
But
you know,
you were happy with it.
You know, I wasn't worried. I kind of trust the flow of things. I wasn't really worried. Whenever there's a shift in your life, you know, you have to kind of trust and go with it. Because once she did that, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you a funny story. Let me tell you must trust. You have to trust in God, you know.
There goes the West Indian. You Caribbean?
Yeah.
Jamaican?
Yes, sir.
Ragwan.
Yeah.
All right.
They are.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen to me now. But this is how you know you have to trust in God. Because when she left the group, the following day, John Singleton he was filming Shaft. And I got a call to come to his set. Right? I got a call to come to the set. And I said, why am I going to the set? So I get on the set. Tracy Moore Marable, who's a casting director, said, Renee, we need the character Rashawn to have a girlfriend. And she's Jamaican. And she's a Rasta. Can you do it? And I said, but I got to go to the lawyers, you know. I got to take care of this thing with my partner. We got to take care of this thing. She was like, no, just go with it. I ended up playing Busta Rhymes' girlfriend the very next day in Shaft.
Wow.
That's when I knew, trusted. I knew. I said, God just said, Renee, just keep walking. So that's how I live my life.
That's why you gotta love West Indian women, man. I swear it.
I just keep walking. Same thing with Christmas Wedding Baby. You remember Kiara C. Jones and Stephen Hill? Mm-hmm. All right. So they came up here. You've interviewed them,
yes.
and I loved your interview.
Thank you.
And Same thing happened with them. Steven called me up one day and was like, I have a friend named Kiara. She has a movie named Christmas Wedding Baby. We need a song. And I'm like, you know, I really don't know if I'm ready to do this, but I trusted and I sent her something. It's called December. And that song was the perfect song for her love scene. And it ended up being played on BET the following month, like right away. Like sometimes you gotta let go.
And let God.
Yeah.
Amen. Listen, it's the Sunday Sit Down. Renee Neufville is in the building. And I feel, what's the word I want to use? I feel overjoyed with religion. I don't know why. You gave me God. I feel godly.
Well, maybe not religion, but, you know, spiritual.
Spiritual. Maybe that's the better word, yes.
Yeah, we're spiritual people. You know, everybody's not religious. Because I always look at religion as something some people live their life doing things religiously because they just do them religiously. Like if you pick your hangnails religiously,
11/11.
It's not necessarily the best thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're spiritual, it has a purpose and a connection. So I like to say.
I gotta get more spiritual then.
Yeah.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
What else are you working on besides the new single?
Okay,
Anything else you want to plug while we're here?
Well, what's going on next? Currently, I'm doing a lot of shows locally and domestically and internationally. There's going to be more singles.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I am unsigned. But because I'm producing these records myself, out the bedroom, recording them,
Dope.
I can service you immediately.
Gotcha.
So the next single will probably come somewhere around the spring. We're looking to do a video for this song because I need a visual on it, and you know, just trying to see if we can get more of that feel good vibe back in the system.
It was a pleasure meeting you, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for coming by.
You're great.
I want to make sure we stay in contact. I want to be in that video. Like,
Yeah.
where you sitting there. Get you to work.
I'm thinking, what do you think you should be doing in the video? You know what? You listen to the song.
There you go.
And I'll talk to you next week.
We'll figure it out.
And we're gonna figure it out.
That's all we got to do.
Done deal.
There it goes. Renee Neufville's the Sunday Sit Down. Thank you again for coming by. Let them know how they can get in contact with you and everything else like that.
Okay, Renee Neufville, RENEE, N like in Nancy, EUF like in Frank, V like in Victory, ILLE. That's me on Twitter. That's me on Instagram. That's me on Facebook. Thank you so much for everything you did. Yeah, just look out. You're gonna see me. I'm not going anywhere.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, you're watching me.
Thank you for coming by. It's the Sunday Sit Down.
Another example of how easy does it. Who y'all want? Oh yeah. Why not take all of me? Who y'all come to see? Yeah.
Power 105.1.